Let's unbox some Whispers in the Well. Hey there, friends. Thanks to Ravensburger and Disney Lorcana, we have a box of their newest set, Whispers in the Well, to unbox today. So without any further ado, let's get cracking packs. And here we have our 24 packs of cards. Let's get to cracking packs. I'm gonna have to try my best to keep them organized as we go. But here we are, pack one. Li Shang, Raksha, the Horn King, a new card coming. I love the fact that we're having the Black Cauldron in the set. Chomp, Inspector Tezuka, Goofy, Ghost Hunter. Now we move to our uncommons. We have Tinkerbell, Search for Clues. I love the detective theme coming here in Whispers in the Well. And Nana, poor father. Our first rare is Horseman Strikes. Action, draw a card. You may have been a chosen character with evasive. Interesting. And our second rare is Pluto, Steel Champion. I love all of the new champions that are coming here to this set. And for our first foil, we have Headless Manhorse, Mickey Mouse Detective, Tinkerbell, Demona, So Be It, the Headless Horseman, and the Headless Manhorse. Quite the 1-2 punch there. After that, we have our first uncommon Mulan, Webby Vanderquack, and the Great Illuminary. I do love this location. And our first rare is a Whisper in the Well. A Whisper is a brand new card type here. I love the artwork on the edges. And it is Ursula, Whisper of Vanessa. Our first super rare is Goofy, Galloping Gumshoe. And our foil is Cauldronborn, Mindless Horde, the undead horde coming from the Black Cauldron. We are kicking this off with Fergus McDuck, Mother Gothel, Fragile as a Flower, Big Nose, Francine, Mrs. Beakley. Moving on to our uncommons, Recovered Page, a torn page found within the caverns beneath the Great Illuminary, Olaf, and then Chef Louis. First rare is Sebastian. Wow, a very good card for aggressive decks there. And our first legendary, Shere Khan, Fearsome Tiger. I have high hopes for this card. Boy, do I hope it is good. And I'm gonna have to put that on the side. First foil, Dragonfire, making its return. I love this removal card for Ruby. Cricky, Ghostly Tale, Begone, Jetsam, Nick Wilde, and Della Duck. Our uncommons let off with Time to Go, Malicious, Mean, and Scary. This card, I think, is going to be so powerful. So very powerful. Put 1 damage counter on each opposing character, gets past resist. Lexington, Alert. This is a gargoyle. Every gargoyle has the Stone by Day trait. If you have 3 or more cards in your hand, this character can't ready. Remember, they do come in ready, though. First rare, Penumbra, followed by... Make sure this goes in the right pile as I sort as we go here. Castle of the Horned King. Once during your turn, whenever a character quests while here, you may ready chosen item. And our foil, oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. We have a foil super rare Little John. Boost 3. I love the new boost mechanic. Once during your turn, you may pay X amount, whatever the number is for next to boost, to put the top card of your deck face down under this character. Whenever you put a card under this character, ready him. Very powerful recurring mechanic there, and a foil Little John. You know what, we'll set this guy off to the side. Wow, that foiling effect is beautiful on these cards. Leading off with Rapunzel, Brom Bones, Magica Dispel, Finnick, Putting It All Together, Flash, 100-yard dash. Then we have our first uncommon being Beast, a Whisper. I love these card arts so much. Boost mechanic for that Beast card. Flint, Heart, Glomgold. And our last uncommon is a Whisper Zeus, missing a spark. We move on to our rares. Creeper. Then our next rare is the Castle Wyvern above the clouds. Characters gain Challenger 1 and Resist 1 while here. Interesting mechanics there. And our foil, make sure this goes in the right spot. Our foil is Mushu's Rocket. Kicking off with Mickey Mouse Detective making his return from set 1. Peter Pan High Flyer. Lena Saberwing. Baloo. Basil. Elonui. Gosh, the Black Cauldron representation here, I'm such a fan of. Everyone, I love the Black Cauldron. I'm happy to see it represented here. Mushu's Rocket, an uncommon. Inscrutable Map. And David Xanatos, Steel Clan leader. Another gargoyle. Our first rare, led off by Donald Duck, Ruby Champion. And we have our second legendary. This is potentially my favorite card in this set. Hades looking for a deal. When you play this character, you may choose an opposing character. If you do, draw 2 cards unless that character's player puts that card on the bottom of their deck. It makes the decision-making, it gives some interesting lines of play for decision-making while playing this game. And our first epic art, whoa. Merlin completing his research, boost 2. When this character is banished in a challenge, if he had a card under him, draw 2 cards. Beautiful artwork there on this epic art Merlin. Daisy Duck. Hermes with Rush. I love more gods from Hercules being represented. The Horn King. Blue. Inspector Tezuka. Della Moon's Lullaby. Starting off our uncommons with Pluto. Blessed Bagpipes. When you play this item, you may put the top card of your deck face down under one of your characters or locations with boost. Interesting. And Lexington. Our rares starting off with the Bitterwood location. And then we have our first super rare here, the Headless Horseman. Shift 5, when you play this is just chaos on a card. When you play this character, each player draws 3 cards, then discards 3 cards at random, choose an opposing character and deal 2 damage to them for each action card discarded this way. Chaos would ensue, or will ensue. Then we have Hinwin's Visions. I think this card is incredibly powerful. Look for this to be played in a lot of Sapphire decks going forward. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put 1 in the top of your deck and the rest on the bottom in any order. Incredible card. Hinwin's Visions once more. Dragonfire. That's a downgrade from an uncommon to a common there. Mushu. Flotsam. The Twins. Gurgi. Judy Hopps kicking off our uncommons. Emily Quackfaster. And The Game's Afoot. First rare is Goldie O'Gilt. Second rare, we have Ichabod Crane. And our foil, Magica Dispel. Rapunzel, Shere Khan, Cauldronborn, Ka, Minnie Mouse, Munchings and Crunchings. Oh boy, a Gurgi and Munchings and Crunchings in back-to-back packs. Uncommons led off with Pluto, Ka, and then Zootopia. Our rares begin with Can't Hold Back Anymore, a new song coming to Amethyst. Exert chosen opposing character, move all damage counters from all other characters to that character. And we have a Whisper super rare, Lady Tremaine, the Sinister Socialite. Wow. Our foil, oh my goodness, is a foil rare, Grimorum Arcanorum. It's an item, costs 3, it's inkable. During your turn, whenever an opposing character becomes exerted, gain 1 lore. Your character's name Demona, gain Rush. Wow, that seems pretty powerful. Set this to the side here and have to put that one in a sleeve, I believe. Leading these off with Anna, Peter Pan, Junior Woodchuck Guidebook, Webby Vanderquack, Basil, and then Goofy moving to uncommons. We have Or Rewrite History, DuckTales, Scuttle, and Malicious, Mean, and Scary. Our rares are led off with Baloo. Then we have Kristoff as our Whisper rare. Mining the Ruins. Whenever this character quests, if there's a card under him, put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. Ooh, a potentially very good ramp card there every turn. And then we have Baloo, a foil rare. Shift 3. Whenever you play this character, choose 1. Each player draws a card, or each player chooses and discards a card. Again, we start off with Anna. Move to Bronx. Swooping Strike. Ka, the Headless Horseman. Raja. Uncommon start with Bagheera. Then we move to Jasmine, our Whisper Soothing Princess. Flynn Rider, Whisper 2. Wow, we've got 3 Whispers in a row. Our first is a super rare, Scar Eerily Prepared. Led off by another super rare after that. Potion of Malice. Exert and pay 1 ink, put 1 damage counter on chosen character. Banish this item. Each opposing damage character gains Reckless until the start of your next turn. Interesting. A call to Hades there. And our foil is Malicious, Mean, and Scary. Daisy Duck. Brom Bones. Magica Dispel. Vladimir. The Twins. Shanti. Or Rewrite History. Ink Runner. Blessed Bagpipes. Now moving on to our rares. Duckburg, a location, our first rare. Followed by the Enigmatic Ink Caster. Exert this if you've played 2 or more cards this turn. Gain 1 lore. Interesting. And our foil is an uncommon Duckworth. Ghost Butler. I like that artwork a lot. Hinwin's Visions. Tinkerbell. Elsa Exploring the Unknown. This card is so powerful. It is like the first Maleficent print had a common 3 cost, was a 2 strength, 2 willpower character. Read the same thing. When you play this character, you may draw a card. I think this having 1 power and 3. I think this having 1 strength and 3 willpower is a huge upgrade, especially in Amethyst. Then we have Akela, Hudson, Higgins. Moving on to our uncommons, we have Nibs, Time to Go, whoop, and Black Heron. Our first rare kicks it off with Grimorum Arcanorum. And then we have a super rare, Hans Brazen Manipulator. King and Queen characters can't quest. At the start of your turn, if opponent has 2 or more ready characters in play, gain 2 lore. And then our foil is Higgins. Kicking this off with Promising Lead, Brooklyn. I love the amount of Gargoyles characters here. Demona, So Be It. Nick Wilde, Deladuck. Uncommon start with Duckworth, move to Mulan. Then the Robot Queen from the Great Mouse Detective, followed by Magica Dispel to kick off our rares. Our next super rare is Cheshire Cat. It's also a Whisper. Whenever you put a card under this character, you may move up to 2 damage counters from chosen character to chosen opposing character. Then we have Hinwin as our foil. Speaking of Hinwin, we kick off the next pack with her as well, followed by Mother Gothel, Violet Saberwing, Akela again, But I'm Much Faster, and Delamun's Lullaby. Starting off our uncommons, we have Iago, Stompin' Mad, Sleepy Hollow, a nice location. Our last uncommon is Terran from the Black Cauldron. Our rares kicked off with Mare Wind Dancer and the Luscious Locks. Oh goodness, and we have another legendary card. Wow, Prince Charming, Protector of the Realm. Goodness gracious. 7 cost Inkable, 3 strength, 10 willpower bodyguard. Each turn, only 1 character can challenge. Whoa, that's wild. Then we have Rama as our foil. Kicking this off with Li Shang, followed by Brooklyn, Swooping Strike, Chomp, But I'm Much Faster, and Deladuck. We move to Webby Vanderquack, the Great Illuminary, and I love that we have the Great Illuminary here when we have all of these cards, or a lot of these whispers, coming from the caverns below the Great Illuminary. Oh, and another location, Sleepy Hollow. Kicking off our rares, that doesn't know where that goes. Kicking off our rares, we have Ingenious Device. Cost 3, uninkable. Pay 2 ink. Exert, banish this item, draw a card, then choose and discard a card. During your turn, when this item is banished, deal 3 damage to chosen character or location. We have a super rare after that. Fairy Godmother's Wand. Wow, okay. During your turn, whenever you put a card into your inkwell, chosen princess character of yours gains ward until the start of your next turn. And we have a foil super rare. The Fairy Godmother, Magical Benefactor. It is a Whisper. Wow. Goodness gracious. Whenever you put a card under this character, you may banish chosen opposing character. If you do, their player may reveal the top card of their deck. If that card is a character or item card, they may play it for free. Otherwise, put it on the bottom of their deck. High risk, high reward card right there. Hinwin, Ghostly Tale, Cauldronborn, Jetsam, Donald Duck, and Headless Man Horse. Wow. Kicking off our uncommons with Gaston, the Whisper. Followed up by Merlin, the Whisper, completing his research. We got a epic art of him earlier. Katrina Van Tassel. Moving to our rares, we have Mickey Mouse, the Amber Champion. And then Nick Wilde, Persistent Investigator, one of the new detectives. Our foil is Finnick. Genie, Rama, Fragile as a Flower, Webby Vanderquack. Putting it all together. Higgins, Nibs, Goliath, and he hurled his thunderbolt. This is sort of the spiritual successor to And Then Along Came Zeus. Then we have Get to Safety, and our super rare is the Horned King himself. I have high hopes for this card. Our foil is Lexington, Detective's Badge, Raksha, Mushu, Jetsam, Clawhauser, Ilonui. Uncommons start off with Ink Runner, sort of a spiritual successor to Popsicle. Bellwether, truly a villain. He hurled his thunderbolt. Rares kick off with White Agony Plains. This location gets +1 lore for each character here. Ooh, very powerful. And then Shere Khan. Pay 1 ink, deal 1 damage to this character, ready this character. He can't quest for the rest of this turn. This is a potential board wipe through challenges here. And our foil is Big Nose. Leading it off with Genie, then Shere Khan, Violet Saberwing, Launchpad McQuack, Clawhauser, Munchings and Crunchings, Might Solve a Mystery. We've seen or rewrite history here before. Hookhand, and Broadway, sturdy and strong. Rares are led off by Aladdin barreling through, another Whisper. Oh, and a second Whisper, but this time a super rare, Simba, King in the Making, boost 3. Whenever you put a card under this character, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character card, you may play that character for free, and they interplay exerted, otherwise put it on the bottom of your deck. Very interesting way to sort of cheat out characters. And then our foil is a rare Chief Bogo. During your turn, this character can't be dealt damage. Your other characters gain the detective classification. Interesting for a detective-style tribal deck, I think. Very, very interesting card. Fergus McDuck, Hermes, Junior Woodchuck Guidebook, Big Nose, Hudson, Flash 100-Yard Dash. Then we have Scuttle, Bellwether, and Black Heron. Kicking off our rares with Ink Amplifier. Whenever an opponent draws a card during their turn, if it is the second card they've drawn this turn, you may put the top card of your deck into your ink face down and exerted. Second rare is Minnie Mouse, Amethyst Champion. I think she's very, very powerful. Whenever one of your other Amethyst characters is banished in a challenge, you may draw a card. And we, I'm so sorry, have a foil legendary here. Foil Legendary Rapunzel has support. Whenever one of your characters is chosen for support until the start of your next turn, the next time they would be dealt damage, they take no damage instead. My goodness, that's potentially very powerful. Kicking off with Mickey Mouse, Dragonfire, Lena Saberwing, Launchpad, Minnie Mouse, Headless Man Horse, Terran, Iago, and Sudden Scare. Put chosen opposing character into their player's inkwell face down. That player puts the top card of their deck into their inkwell face down. Interesting card. Super rares are led off by the Sultan. And then we have a legendary here, the Black Cauldron. Very good item, in my opinion. Costs 3 ink, is uninkable. Pay 1 and exert. Put a character card from your discard under this item face up. Pay 1, exert. This turn you may play characters from under this item. Interesting. And our foil is Gwythaint. Second to last pack. Kicking off with Cricky, Rama, Be Gone, Vladimir, Minnie Mouse, Ghost Hunter, and Shanti. Uncommon start with Scrooge McDuck, Performance Review, and Ares. Rares led off with a Whisper Megara, followed by another rare, Judy Hopps. And we have a foil uncommon, Jasmine Soothing Princess. We have Detective's Badge, Tinkerbell, Elsa, Finnick, Francine, Mrs. Beakley, Webby's Diary, Gwaithaint, and Ichabod Crane before we move to our rares, which are led off by Goofy the Emerald Champion. Then our super rare is Fairy Godmother Magical Benefactor, and our foil is Inspector Tezuka. Well, that was a ton of fun. I'm so excited about all of these cards, and I've already been really mulling over exactly how I'm gonna work through the decks that I think are gonna be good, maybe play test them. I have a lot of high hopes specifically for the Sapphire Emerald or Amethyst Emerald combination. Let me know what you're most excited about with Whispers in the Well coming into the format in Disney Lorcana. I'm so excited about this set, and I can't wait to see what creative deck builders make. But until next time, folks, please like this video, subscribe if you're new here, and just know how much I appreciate you. And once more, a massive shout out to Ravensburger and Disney Lorcana for sending me this booster box to open. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have. But until next time, friends, happy questing.